now tuned in.
You are now tuned into
the realest show on YouTube with your host, the Angryman.
Shout out to Big Mike in the building. He said they should have jumped his little ass. Yo, they was giving him the business though. They was giving him the business. So I want to show the video. I want to show the video. I want to show how it went down from beginning to end. But I want to talk. So much to say. It's so much to say. I want to show the video. Because I'm going to tell you right now, like, I done said it numerous times, man, that, yo, Trump will always be my president. I don't care what nobody say. Trump is my president, bro. I don't care what nobody say. Nigga, you niggas can call me a coon. You can call me a sellout. You can call me whatever you want to call me. I don't care. When I say my president stood on business, you feel what I'm saying? Like he stood on business like nobody has ever stood on business. And he was with, look. Let's be clear about something. Right? Matter of fact, let me just ask y'all before I go on this rant, because I feel like going on a rant. Before I go into this rant, I'm going to ask y'all, what do you want me to do first? You want me to show the video first, or you want me to rant first? What you want? Because I'm feeling like a classic angry man rant coming on right now. Like real talk. What y'all want? Y'all want the rant or you want the video first? What y'all want? It said they want the rant. They want the rant. First of all, let's be clear about something. Let's be clear about something. A lot of y'all didn't pay attention to what happened. But anybody that's about their business, anybody that's a boss, anybody that stands 10 toes down, anybody that's about their business, that's a real G, know what happened, right? So let me break down for you what happened, right? Zelensky showed up with the intention of trying to flex on our president on live television. Now, he's not the first one to do this, to try to do this shit. Because they've been flexing. Folks been coming from other countries to American soil and was flexing for the past 4 years when that damn potato was in office. And let's be clear, that potato is a coward. He's a coward. The way he let them come over here and run roughshod over the American public, right? I ain't even gonna go into when those emissaries from China came over here and was talking smack. I don't know if y'all remember that. They came over here for some kind of diplomatic meeting, and them Chinese folks was in there talking crazy, talking reckless. Because nobody was afraid. Nobody's scared of Joe Biden. Nobody. So Zelensky, he thought he was going to come over here and flex on President Trump in front of the cameras. Now, I'm going to keep it all the way funky with you, because y'all know how this go. This was some nigga shit. I ain't going to front. This was some nigga shit. How many of y'all know that one person that behind closed doors, they real humble when you talking to them? They real humble. They not flexing, especially when it's somebody that wants something from you, right? Because keep in mind, we've been giving that nigga soldiers. We've been giving that nigga weapons. We've been giving that nigga money. We've been giving him all kinds of shit. So the only thing he was supposed to do was bring his ass to the White House humble. You feel me? See, we about to get into some real street conservative analysis. I'm going to show you exactly how politics parallel the street. Okay? So behind closed doors, this nigga was mad humble. He was humble. I guarantee you he was humble with Trump. Now, the reason why I know the move he was pulling, right? You know that person that's humble with you behind closed doors, but when they get in front of everybody, they want to show their ass. Now, how do I know this was Zelensky's intention, right? I know this was his intention because he requested the media be there. I'm going to say that again. Zelensky requested that the media be there. Why? Because he wanted to show live on national television or international television that he could flex on Donald Trump, that he could handle Donald Trump, that he can talk slick to Donald Trump, but his ass got fooled. He got fooled, nigga, and I knew what time it was. I know what kind of president I got. He a straight up G, my nigga, because soon as Zelensky pulled up, President Trump looked at him, he said, yeah, I like how you dress for the occasion. And he went to shake his hand. He looked at the camera. He said, notice how he dressed for the occasion? So already off the rip, Trump was like, nah, nigga, I know what you're trying to do. Okay, let's not get it twisted. Remember, Trump is a New Yorker. So stop playing these games, right? So Zelensky already had every intention of showing up, he wanted to show up and show out. But he showed up and got punked. You feel me? Not only did he get lectured, not only did Trump flex on him, and I'm talking about Trump was close enough to slap him if he wanted to. That's how close he was. He was he was hitting him with the he was hitting him with the Paulie walnuts, fam. You know Paulie from The Sopranos. You know when he get the pointing, he got the pointer finger and the pinky ring finger. He's like, well, first of all, Trump was sitting there. It was like, hold on for a second. Oh, hold on for a second. First of all, you should be thanking us. What's the matter with you? You don't got no cards, player. You ain't in no position to be telling us nothing, okay? You should be happy we invited your bitch ass over here. You feel what I'm saying? Because without us, you be done. You be done, bruh. You ain't got no motion. No motion. And Big Putin over there, he been applying mad pressure. You feel what I'm saying? And if it wasn't for us stepping up and saying, hey, man, come on, fall back, son. If it wasn't for that, you'd have been done already, son. It'd been a wrap for you. And keep in mind, this ain't no regular dispute. When we say he would be done, out of here, gone. You feel what I'm saying? So to come to the White House and be talking like that, talking reckless, what? Bruh? Trump should have stood up like, bruh, I'm the commander-in-chief, nigga. Bruh, what? Like, what's really good? He lucky. Because Trump looked like he was about to have that Aaron the Plumber energy. Like, Trump looked like he was about to say, let's run this fade real quick. You feel what I'm saying? But, yo, look. Oh, my God. And then you got everybody on the left running around here talking about that wasn't very diplomatic, and Trump shouldn't have. Look, first of all, Trump is not that weekend at Bernie's potato, okay? Because that nigga, look, that nigga Zelensky, he tried it. He tried it, bruh. He tried it. Like, really, bro? You really tried it? And the craziest shit about it was really crazy to me, fam. And look, I ain't even gonna front. When I saw this shit, I was like, bruh, that shit is fire. When I saw the way JD Vance was up in there, you feel what I'm saying? The way JD Vance had Trump's back, bruh. That shit was legendary. JD Vance said, yo, whoa, wait a minute. He said, yo, you should be thanking us. You should be have you even said thank you once? You should be thanking us. And you know, Zelensky tried to say, have you even been to my country to see the damage? He said, yeah, I've been over there. What difference do that make? At the end of the day, you still need us, right? And then Zelensky's like, he talking to JD Vance. He's like, well, you know, the effects of it, we feel it, and you're gonna feel it too. Trump said, whoa, hold on for a second, player. Hold on for a second. Wait a minute. What you mean we gonna feel it too? I felt like Trump started to say, bro, you gotta be fucked up. What you mean we gonna feel it too? We ain't about to feel shit. We ain't about to feel nothing, bro. This the US of A, nigga. You know where you at? You know where you at, partner, talking like that? And then, oh, bruh, what takes the cake? He hit that nigga with the Martin. He said, bruh, I tell you what, hey, get to stepping. Cut the corner. He kicked that nigga out of the White House, bruh. How you get kicked out of the White House, fam? Yo, we got a president that be kicking presidents out of the White House, bruh. He's like, nah, fam, get your ass up out of here, bro. Take your ass back over there to that rubble you got over there, fam. What's wrong with you? We done gave you all of this money. All we want is a portion of the mineral rights. And in return, you get protection. You get us as an ally. We'll make sure that it ain't no beefing and none of that. But you gonna come in here and talk shit like you big dog? You ain't big dog. You a little puppy. You a puppy, my nigga. You not big dog. You can't come in here flexing like that. What's wrong? Yo, I guarantee you Putin was watching that shit laughing his ass off. I guarantee you Putin was watching that shit. He probably was giggling. He probably was laughing his ass off, bro. Oh, my God. Come in there, bro. The nerve. The audacity. You feel me? Like, bro, when I first saw it, I saw the video up there. It said Trump kicks Zelensky out of the White House. You know the first thing I thought? The first thing that popped up in my head is Uncle Phil grabbing Jazz by the seat of his pants and in his collar and just tossing him out. Oh my God, bro. But look, I'm gonna show you what I mean by when he showed up. When he first showed up, right? This is what happened when he first showed up. Hold on, let me see if I can find this shit real quick. Let's see.
So here's President Trump coming out that doorway.
Okay, here we go right here.
Now we see some Marines coming out the front door of the West Wing there. So here we go. Here's President Trump coming out that doorway of the White House. He's standing there, the awaiting media pack. As you can imagine, a huge travelling pack has come with President Zelensky, or shouting questions to him. Here is President Zelensky's vehicle now driving up the driveway, turning around to enter into the portico, followed by that minibus with his entourage, as I was mentioning. You'll see the vehicle just pulling up to the portico there, President Trump waiting on President Zelensky. There may be a slight fuse there. You can see the vehicle there pulling up. Slight delay between what I'm seeing in real life here, I guess, and the relaying of the video images. President Zelensky now out of the vehicle. There we go. A warm handshake between President Trump and President Zelensky. Let's listen.
Now, see, right there on that video, you can't hear it, right? Hold on, let me grab the video where you can hear what he said. Let me grab the video where you can hear what he said. Here you go, right here. Watch this. Watch this. He said, look, you're all dressed up.
He's all dressed up today.
So now keep in mind, that's some real subtle shit. That's some real subtle shit. But what you got to understand is that when he rolled up, Trump already felt disrespected. He already felt disrespected. Because it's like, bro, you didn't even wear a suit. Like, come on, man. Now, y'all know me. I'm not a suit type of guy, but let's be real. You at that level, you feel what I'm saying? You coming to the White House to meet the president, everybody gonna be in suits, bro. Like, time and a place for everything. You feel what I'm saying?
He's all dressed up today.
And then on top of that, you know what I'm saying, being as short as Zelensky is, he's like, look, he's all dressed up today. It's almost like he was sunning him. You feel what I'm saying? But let's check out the actual meeting. Let's check that out real quick.
Didn't align myself with both of them, you'd never have a deal. You want me to say really terrible things about Putin and then say, hi, Vladimir, how are we doing on the deal? That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred. And I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way, so that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I want to respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace and the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Talk to him, J.D. Vance. Show him you got that presidential shit in you too for 2028.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied. So.
It's doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah.
He said, can I ask you?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied our parts, big parts of Ukraine, part of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now the President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014.
2014 and 2014.
2014?
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022.
And see, this is what I like about Trump, right? Everybody tries to get on Trump about not being like this orator, like this type of guy that, you know, has all of these pretty words and gives all of these speeches and stuff like that. You got to realize Trump is old school. Trump is old school masculinity, no nonsense type of shit. You know what I'm saying? He's not going to do all of that bloviating and trying to say pretty words and stuff. He's just going to talk straight and tell it like it is. That's why when he said 2015, he said 2015. It was 2014. He said, yeah, I wasn't here. In other words, why are we talking about some shit that happened when I wasn't here? You're here right now. I'm president right now. Let's make a deal right now so that we can get this shit straightened out. Why is you talking about what other presidents, you feel what I'm saying, didn't do for you? You feel me?
Yeah, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversations, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal. I signed with him, Macron and Merkel, we signed ceasefire. Ceasefire, all of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract, yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire. He killed our people and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this.
I'm not even going to front. I'm really feeling the way JD Vance is like G-checking this dude, bruh. Like I'm really feeling how he just straight up G-checked this dude. Like, hold on, bruh. Oh, hold on, fam. You getting a little too look. You got a little too much dip on your chip there, bruh. Shout out to Country Wayne. You got a little too much dip on your chip there, bruh.
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Come once.
I've actually watched and seen the stories, and I know what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
A lot of questions. Let's start from the beginning.
Sure.
First of all, during the war, everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know.
Did you hear that shit, bruh? He said everybody, when there's a war, everybody have problems, even you, and you're gonna feel it. Like, bro, what? First he was like, a lot of questions. Let's start with the bruh. We like, yo. Now, also, you got to keep in mind, too, look at the body language, bruh. The arms folded. You feel what I'm saying? The arms folded. Look at the body language.
Everybody has problems, even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't.
Yo. Now, you got to keep in mind. Look at how close they are for Trump to be. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now. To all of the lefties that be trying to say Trump is cowardly or some goofy shit, let me tell you something. Cowardly men do not function like that, bruh. Cowardly men don't G-check you sitting that close, fam. Like, bruh.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to...
And look, and I'm going to tell you something else, too. Look, when he's talking to J.D. Vance, right? I'm going to show you something. When he's talking to J.D. Vance, his arms is folded, but his back is straight. So his arms is folded, but it's a defensive position. It's a very closed position where he doesn't want to hear what you got to say, but his back is straight. So he's trying to show some type of forcefulness. Watch how his back starts to slink down a little bit when Trump starts talking. When Trump spoke up, like, hold on, don't tell us.
During the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now, but you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have a war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because
see that? You see the shift in his energy?
No position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position.
Look. Immediately, arms unfolded, hands come together like this. Humble. He humbled him with that statement. You can say what you want to say. Anybody, yo, go get any body language expert. I guarantee you they'll tell you the same thing. He humbled him with that shit. Arms, defensive shit just dropped.
I'm telling you,
because you're in no position to dictate that. Remember this. You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
You will feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about it.
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't. You're playing cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's backed you far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you once? This entire meeting? No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war,
He's not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
Let's go!
Your country is in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
Wait a second, man. Wait, hold on. You did a lot of talking, bruh. You did a lot of talking, bruh. Now it's time for you to fall back, okay? You're doing a lot of talking, but you ain't saying nothing.
Loudly. He's not speaking loudly.
You're not about to come up here and try to flex on my VP. You feel me? Because that's what he was trying to do. He's like, oh, you think you talk loud about the war? Like, Trump's like, hold on for a second, bro. You ain't even talking loud. What you talking about, bro? Like, nah, you're not going to sit up here and try to flex on my... You not gonna try to shine on my VP, man. What you doing, bro? You wilding right now. You bugging out right now.
Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No. You've done a lot of talking. Your country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not winning. You're not winning this. You have a damn good chance of coming out okay because of us.
Mr. President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
you haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet,
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this cabinet.
We gave you, through this stupid president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave,
president.
but they had to use our military.
What about West?
If you didn't have our military equipment...
And he pushed him. And he pushed him. He broke the touch barrier. And he pushed him. He said, bruh, your ass is wilding right now. What's wrong with you talking about you was alone? That potato that was just in here gave you $350 billion, bruh. And we gave you military equipment. Man, we gave you the bag and we gave you some artillery, bruh. We done gave you the bag and we gave you the tools you needed. You bugging right now, fam.
Military.
What about West?
If you didn't have our military equipment,
if
you didn't have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3 days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this.
Again,
I tell you.
just say thank you.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Accept that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media when you're wrong. We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's very
I
important. That's why I kept this going so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the
I'm
cards.
thankful.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
tell you
You're
again,
running low
I know.
on soldiers. Listen,
Please,
you're running
Mr.
low on
President.
soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then
President.
He said, don't play us. Don't play us, Mr. President. Why are you trying to play us? Don't play us. We are very strong. Bruh.
Then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go, and I want this. Look, if you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't with me.
For you what,
that
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means.
That was with
you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person. That was
your,
with Obama.
President. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, out all those tanks. Obama gave you javelins with Obama.
President. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets. In fact, the statement is Obama gave sheets and Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful, because let me tell you, you don't have the cards. With us, you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr. Vice President. I'm sorry, here.
It'll be a tough deal to make, because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks?
Now, what the media will try to do, right? What the media will try to do is the media will try to spin this like Trump did something wrong. Now, in my opinion, in this situation, Trump and J.D. Vance are the ones that are acting like adults. Zelensky is behaving like a child. He's behaving like a petulant child that's mad he can't get what he wants, okay? See, before, when Joe Biden was in office, he could just come over here and get whatever the hell he wanted and make whatever under-the-table deal he made with Biden. He could come over here and get whatever the hell he wanted and go on about his merry way, right? But Trump is like, nah, if you want our help, then guess what? What are we going to get out of the deal? How about we sign a deal where we get a portion of your minimal rights? But he don't want to do that. He want to continue to use our money And when I say our money, I do mean our money, my money, your money that we pay in taxes. He wants to continue to use our money while he sits his ass in the White House in D.C. in America and talk crazy to our president and our vice president. Do you have any idea how disrespectful that shit is? That shit is beyond disrespectful. And you know, it's so many people in this country that hate this country. You feel what I'm saying? To the point where they think we're supposed to just accept this type of disrespect. And here's my thing. Do you think we could go, any of our politicians could go to Ukraine and talk to them like that on Ukrainian soil? Go to Russia and talk to them like that on Russian soil. Go to China and talk to them like that on China soil. Do you really think we could do that or even would attempt to do it? Like, the past 4 years that Joe Biden has been in office has made everybody real comfortable coming over here talking crazy. Because really, to be truthfully honest, America could just say, you know what? Good luck. Good luck. Holla. Good luck.
What do you do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden.
This is grown man shit. I love it. This is grown man shit, bro. What if? If was a spliff, we'd be all fucked up. If was a fifth, we'd all be fucked up. Who cares about ifs? We don't deal with ifs. We deal with is. Not if, is. And what is going on right now is this nigga is disrespectful. Matter of fact, all y'all get the hell out. Everybody get out. Especially you, Zelensky. Get out. Media, get out. I need some time to be alone with my thoughts. I need some time to be alone with my thoughts. I got to decide what I'm going to do. You feel me?
Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia. Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam. Hillary Clinton, Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam. And he had to go through that. And he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war. And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom.
And that's a real good point. That's a real good point. That Russia collusion crap that they was pushing all over the news, that could have caused Putin to want to go to war. That's right. Our American media was willing to play that game, was willing to gamble and roll the dice just to try to smear Donald Trump. Like, you can't be playing with world leaders like that.
It was disgusting. And then they said, oh, the laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did, maybe. Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened. But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy.
Whoa.
And
Whoa.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Woo-wee. my God. Shit. That nigga gonna be mad in the car. Sweet Jesus.
And he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened, but he didn't break him with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right.
I mean, what he's saying is right. What Trump is saying is right. He's 100% right. He's 100, and he's being diplomatic about it. Like, he's telling him, like, look, bruh, I don't know what deals that Putin had with Biden and Obama and all. I don't care about that. If he broke deals with them, okay, he broke deals. He ain't broke no deals with me. If we, you know, like, bruh, you acting like a tough guy and you not in that position. You not in that position. You ain't in that position to be a tough guy. You feel me? Your people, yo, they brave. They willing to ride with you, but you acting like a tough guy. You putting them in harm's way. You putting them in a really messed up position. And all we got to do is sign this deal and we can put a stop to all of this shit. Like, it don't get no realer than that, bruh. It don't get no realer than that, fam.
I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. All right. We'll see what we can do about putting it together.
Guys, let's go. Guys, come on, let's go.
We'll see. I don't know.
All right, guys, come on. Wait, hey, come on, please. Guys, come on, let's move, please.
Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. The Ukrainian ambassador, the chick, right? She was going through it. She was going through it, bruh. Like, the whole time that they was talking, she was, bruh. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Check this out. Whole time they was talking. Look at the Ukrainian ambassador.
But I said to you, I want a ceasefire. With guarantees. Because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement. Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think. But I said to you, I want a ceasefire. With guarantees.
She knows Zelensky messing up. She knows Zelensky. Look at her reaction. She knows Zelensky messing up, bro. Look at her reaction.
You get a ceasefire faster than an agreement. Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think. But I said to you, I want a ceasefire. With guarantees. Because you get a ceasefire faster than an agreement. Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think. But I said to you,
yo. Look at that look on her face, bro. She know they cooked. Zelensky, bruh. Little buddy done lost his mind, fam. Little buddy has lost his mind, bruh. Like, for real. Let's see what Fox had to say about it.
We have a Fox News alert. President Trump is speaking to reporters right now, saying Zelensky overplayed his hand and that Ukrainian president wants to fight, fight, fight. We will bring you that video when we have it. Meanwhile, the media had a field day today. Watch this.
Never in the history of modern diplomacy, war, peace, whatever, have I ever seen anything like
this. Was a tragedy. This doesn't make the American people better off tomorrow.
This is a catastrophe.
The president of the United States is a coward who is Vladimir Putin's puppet.
It seemed as though, Vladimir Putin's work was being done for him.
Trump become a lapdog for a brutal dictator in Moscow.
The propaganda is what's coming out of J.D. Vance's mouth, and it's Russian propaganda.
Which side of this war is Donald Trump on?
Putin and his cronies are probably popping champagne bottles right now.
So, Sandra, it's kind of odd considering what we've been through over the last couple of years, but given what we saw today, do you think it's the best strategy for Democrats to go back to the playbook of, oh, Trump is a Putin stooge?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. And the fact that the American public was able to see every bit of this happening in the Oval Office, they'll be able to decide for themselves. And so it behooved the press to cover this fairly and from all sides. Just looking at some of what we're hearing from President Trump as he is departing, and remember, we're going to hear from Zelensky a short time from now in that sit down with Brett. It sounds like Trump is making sure that his intentions are known. Some of what we are hearing is what you would expect. We are looking for peace, not a 10-year war. He says Zelensky wants to fight, fight, fight. I think that's what people saw him doing in the Oval Office. Trump says the U.S. is not looking to play games. Clearly, when you see that exchange with the President of the United States, he sat down for a deal. He did not come to play games. So the fact that this so publicly played out on the global stage, there are going to be strong opinions on what this means for world leaders to have seen this play out, but certainly for the American public to see this play out and then see the reaction from the media. What if this meeting had taken place and just simply a statement came out, or we learned that Zelensky got kicked out? You can only imagine the speculation, but people saw exactly what happened there and they can decide for themselves.
Yeah, I think the diplomatic words are frank. They had a frank discussion. That's all we would have gotten out of it. So, Jesse, one of the things that I love about this is that beforehand, Zelensky met with a bunch of members of Congress to prep for the meeting. What do you think those phone calls were like when he walked out of the meeting and he called those guys back and he's like, so how did I do?
He used to have to get prepped by Biden officials before getting on the phone with Joe, because he'd get on the phone with Joe and make endless demands and never say thank you. And it drove Joe crazy. And the same thing is happening here. I have a lot of respect for Zelensky. He's a brave guy. His people are brave. But he's got no leverage anymore. The only leverage he has are minerals, and he doesn't even know how to use that leverage. He'll never be a NATO member. It's not in our interest for him to be a NATO member. And the fact that he was arguing with the President of the United States and the Vice President in front of cameras in the Oval Office showed so much disrespect. And he's like a freshman out there when you think about it. He doesn't really know what's happening. This war just hit him in the face and he's trying to survive. The things the Democrats are saying, Putin puppet, these things are just slogans. What is the Democrat strategy to win the war or end the war? They don't have one, because the Democrat strategy is to make this an endless proxy war that goes on forever, an unwinnable proxy war, World War I trench warfare style, where the Russians gain a half a mile a week and they just run out of ammunition. That's unsustainable. What is the national interest in fighting an unwinnable, endless proxy war, which is the Democrat strategy? No one's ever explained it. I can see the U.S. interest in ending the war.
Because the Democrats don't care about ending that war. They really don't care how that shit plays out. They're just using this, as they always do, as an example to critique Trump. The moment I saw this, I knew they were going to jump on TV and say that Trump wasn't being diplomatic and Trump is a coward. I knew they was going to do all of that. I knew they was like, yo, you could set your watch by this shit at this point. At this point, you could literally set your watch by it. I don't care how the scenario goes. Now, if this had been Joe Biden talking to Zelensky like this, the Democrats would have had their pom-poms out. They would have been talking about some, this is what it looks like when a leader is decisive and shows strength. I'm glad he told Zelensky what the business is, because Zelensky has been out of control making all these demands on the American public. Like, they would have kissed Joe Biden's ass for the next decade if he would have talked to Zelensky like that. But because it's Trump, Trump, I've never witnessed anything like this before. Yeah, you know why you've never witnessed anything like this before? Because usually when presidents and other world leaders negotiate, they do it behind closed doors. That's why you've never seen it before. That's why you've never seen it before. Like, some of us know actual history. Some of us know that even when they were drafting the Constitution of the United States, they got into full-on fist fights. We're talking about politicians getting in full-on fist fights. Okay? So let's cut this crap trying to make it seem like Trump is not diplomatic, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. He got more self-control than me. Because if I'd have been sitting next to him and he'd been talking crazy like that, it would have jumped off. It would have popped off, bruh. It would have popped off. Like, real talk. I'd have been like, bro, who you talking to, man? Like, you think because these cameras here, I won't hem you up? Like, bruh, stop it. You feel what I'm saying? But, you know, because it's Trump, Trump this, Trump that,
We get mineral rights. Energy and commodity prices go down. We could maybe add to our munitions, which have been spent over the last 3 years. You peel Russia.
In fact, how many times did Joe Biden say he wanted to take Trump behind the building? Everybody know what that means. We say, hey, I take him out back. That's code for I want to go out back and fight. How many times did Joe Biden say that shit? And not to mention, there is video coverage of Joe Biden talking crazy to the media. The difference is the media ain't gonna say nothing when Joe Biden talk crazy to them, because the media is the Democrats' lapdogs. Let's just be real.
Russia away from China a little bit. I could go on and on. But sometimes, as you and all know, you have to break up to make up. And these things happen. Deals get blown up and they get cobbled back together. I'm sure next week they'll sign something.
Jesse has a point. I mean, what is the Democrat strategy for...
I bet you the next time you have a conversation with Trump, his ass will be humble. I bet you the next time he talked to Trump, that's going to be a whole different type of conversation.
Just ending the war.
Well, you've heard from a lot more Democrats recently that they understand that there could be some concessions, that we're not going to get back to the pre-2014 lines. Even Zelensky has talked about him understanding that that might happen. And again, I'll repeat that he said, I will step down for being the leader of this country. I think they have 57% approval rating. People are pretty fond of him. We know that wartime presidents don't have elections. Just putting it out there. But he said, I'll do what I can to make a peace deal. But what they're signaling in this, and what Zelensky is signaling with his attitude, is something that the leader of the CDU, won the German elections, Merz, who will become the next chancellor, was talking about, that Europe is on its own with Ukraine now, that they do not feel that they have a partner in the U.S. who's going to be protecting and supporting Ukraine, or them going forward, and that Donald Trump has aligned himself more with Vladimir Putin than with the traditional Western world order, that the alliances in the post-World War II world are over, and that he likes Vladimir Putin better. I don't know. I understand you.
And let's be real. Let's be real about it. Historically, right? World War II. Churchill had to damn near beg America to get involved in that shit. Is anybody like, I'm a history buff. I watch all of the movies and documentaries on history and all of that shit. Like, America didn't even get involved in that shit until after a certain point. You feel what I'm saying? When they saw that the short mustache dude was gaining a lot of ground or whatever, it got to the point where they didn't have no choice but to intervene. You feel what I'm saying? But Churchill was constantly contacting America, trying to get America involved. You feel what I'm saying? And America was reluctant to get involved in that shit. So nowadays, the fact that it's just like a given, like everybody thinks that America is just supposed to always get involved in wars that we really have nothing to do with, is ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. Like it's just like it's an assumption. Like, you know, when you see all of those people talking about, oh, Putin this and Putin that, and I'm sitting back like, what makes Zelensky better than Putin or Putin better than Zelensky? What's supposed to be the difference? Like what literally, what's supposed to be the difference? Like why do we as America, why do we have to care about any country outside of America that's really going to war? And I get you're gonna say, but we have allies and blah, 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 whatever, right? Fair enough, but at the end of the day, man, we can't be financing everybody's wars, and we can't police the whole world. We can't rescue everybody every time they get into a damn conflict. Why is it we have to be the damn mediators for the rest of the damn world while simultaneously being the ATM for the rest of the world? Like, no, this shit got to come to a stop, bruh. It's got to come to a stop.
You want to make a deal, and by the way, this deal doesn't seem like it had a lot for the Ukrainians. If what he wants is security,
Germany
and
is Russia's biggest customer. All they do is buy energy from Russia, and they didn't give a lot of weaponry to the Ukrainians, not nearly as much as we did. The Germans sat this one out. Same with the French. The British and the Americans did the heavy lifting.
As a percentage of GDP, we rank 17th in terms of how much we've given them. That
percentage, shermenage.
No,
it's a lot of money.
Yes, of course.
We're richer. It doesn't matter, Jessica. We armed them to the teeth, and they did a hell of a job stopping the Russia war machine. But now it's time to end the war.
It is not just Democrats that are critical of this. Noted Democrat Karl Rove was on earlier talking about it. John Bolton, I get he doesn't like Trump anymore, but this guy is a traditional conservative person who's saying that this is a huge nightmare.
No.
For the
Lindsey
future, what
Graham said
happened?
kick him out. Lindsey Graham, who we all know, never saw a war he didn't want to fight, said, Zelensky, get out of town, you screwed the pooch.
Or a war that he wanted somebody else to fight. No, but the problem here is that this idea that somehow Trump likes Putin more than Zelensky is absurd to me. The idea of this minerals deal hooks the United States deeply into the interests of Ukraine. Emily, in terms of the Democrat strategy.
Now, that right there is an excellent point. If Trump is not the one trying to tank the deal. Zelensky is the one trying to tank the deal because he don't like Putin. What Zelensky wants is he wants the American machine to fight the war, to win him the war. That's what Zelensky wants. It's obvious at this point. It's obvious at this point. He wants the American machine to win the war for him. Trump is saying, look, if you got all of this money from us. If we sign this mineral deal, then we'll negotiate and broker a peace. Now, keep in mind, just like he said, if Trump signs a deal with Ukraine for its minerals, that's making us heavily invested in Ukraine. If Trump loved Putin so much, why would he do that? It makes absolutely no sense. It makes no damn sense whatsoever. Let's see. Global Network said, bro, you slow. How am I slow? Global Network. How am I slow? Please tell me. Please tell me how I'm slow, Global Network. I would love to know. The optics. Yo, don't look. Y'all, I'm asking him a question. Don't delete him while I'm asking him a question. He said the optics. What about the optics? 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 Don't get shy now. You said I was slow. Now I want to know why I'm slow. What about the optics? What about the optics? Why is he not saying nothing? Why is he not saying nothing? Why aren't you saying anything, bro? You made one hell of a statement. You said I was slow. And now you quiet. What about the optics? Nah, they didn't kick him out. He's still in here. They didn't kick him out. He's still in here. He's still in here. Ain't nobody kicked him out. What about the optics? You see, this is what always happens. You got somebody in the chat room running their mouth. And I'm gonna tell you the truth. I finally figured out why niggas do that. It's so many people in the chat room. Niggas think they gonna talk shit and I'm not gonna see it. Said, my bad, angry man. I timed him out for tip. Yo, man, what is y'all, bruh? Come on. What did I, yo, let me ask y'all a question. What's my rule about timing people out? What is my rule about timing people out? Like, nobody should be timing anybody out in here. We don't time people out. We either ban them or we don't. Whenever I'm asking somebody a question in the chat room and y'all time them out or y'all boot them, y'all don't realize this. Y'all are fucking up content. You're messing up content when you do that. Because I'm sitting here asking a question of somebody and they can't even respond. So then we're just sitting here waiting, not knowing that the person can't even answer.
For messaging this. Are they winning? Are they losing?
Well, I personally think they are not winning, and that they never are. Look, I'll say this. At the end of the day, what we are looking at is peace through strength. Earlier in the meeting, President Trump said that he is continuing to send arms, but as he quoted, he said, but not too much more aid would be forthcoming. we're not looking forward to it. We're looking forward to getting the war finished so we can do other things. So respectfully as well to people like Christiane Amanpour, who says she's never seen anything like this, it's because she's never had the honor of being in the room behind closed doors without the press there when this is what diplomacy looks like. Right? Taking out root canals and coming to agreements with different alignments and different values is not always pretty. And that's confirmed by Secretary Pompeo, who earlier on our network shared, look, he's seen this all the time. He's just never seen it before in front of the cameras. And for pundits who come on air and say they call President Trump a coward and a puppet, well, is that what Biden was then in October of 2022, who on his call with Zelensky, as the Wall Street Journal and CNN reported, yelled at him, told him he wasn't thanking him enough, he didn't feel gratitude, he was simply wanting to take more. Is that what they called Biden back then? At the end of the day, what we are seeing is a second-term president, President Trump, who is in the art of the deal negotiating what that looks like, which is not the World War II Axis allied nations. It's far more complicated than that, and it involves acquiescing in part to achieve mutually beneficial agreements. That means we don't simply ice out Russia and China, because obviously that's not doable anymore. The embeddedness of all of these countries, economically, intellectually, in so many property, in so many different ways, you cannot simply excise a tumor and think it's the end of the day. So in my opinion, for those in the Democrat Party who are crowing about what do they want, a long-term, an endless war? Do we want another Afghanistan? We left our blood and treasure there on the field. There are still French cranes in Iraq. So for me, this is the goal for peace. This is the objective and the end result to peace. And as President Trump said, I don't want an advantage. I want peace. And I wish the Democrat Party would listen to our commander-in-chief and know that this is what that looks like.
It is truly extraordinary.
She cooked. She cooked. And like she said, you can't just ice out China and Russia, because let's be honest. Let's be completely honest. Because of the Democrats, you understand? Look, let's be real about something, right? Let's be real about something. You had Obama for 8 years. Then you had a brief break from the Democrats with Trump for 4 years. But the problem is Trump was being circumvented and undercut for the majority of his first term. So he wasn't really able to do a lot, right? So then right behind that, you had Joe Biden, who came in and pulled all of his bullshit. So going all the way back to 2008, you've had the Democrats running the show for 12 years. For 12 years. You understand? For 12 of the last, 18, 17 years? For 12 years, they ran shit. And guess what? During that time, Russia got stronger, China got stronger. So for the Democrats to have these goofy ass foreign policies that has allowed China to churn out 4 billionaires a week back in the day, okay? By the time Trump got in office, right? By the time he got in office, China was churning out 4 billionaires a week, bro. I'm old enough to remember when the Soviet Union got busted up, got divided up, and lost their power. Okay? Under these Democrats, Russia has gotten its power back. China has went from being an impoverished country to being a superpower. Same thing with India. Because of Democrat policies. And now that those countries have risen, the Democrats want Trump to basically curse those countries out and ice them out and treat them like they're not serious. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life, bruh. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
To think about every single advancement Putin has made has been made under Democrat leadership, and now they're accusing Trump of being in bed with Putin. Advancement Putin had
in Iraq. So for me, this is the end result to peace. And as President Trump said, I don't want an advantage. I want peace. And I wish the Democrat Party would listen to our commander in chief and know that this is what that looks like.
It is truly extraordinary to think about. Every single advancement Putin has made has been made under Democrat leadership, and now they're accusing Trump of being in bed with Putin.
That's facts. That's pure facts. Pure facts. And I really wish oh, he's back. Is that Global Network? Global Network. I'm still waiting for you to explain to me, what about the optics? I didn't block you. What about the optics? Better yet, let me ask you this question, Global Network. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Why is he still talking about getting blocked and he can talk right now? You actually can talk right now, bro. You actually can talk right now. What about the optics? You said, I see it. I didn't see nothing wrong with the optics. What I saw in the optics is I saw a ungrateful president of a country that would have been lost to him had it not been for the American public helping him, sitting his ass on American soil in the White House disrespecting our president. That's what I saw. And the president checked his ass about it. I don't see nothing wrong with those optics. Now, what do you do for a living? What do you do for a living? Yo, you got all of these people in here talking about some he's trolling you, bro. Let me ask you guys a question. Why the fuck do y'all think trolls are invincible? Why do y'all think trolls are invincible? Let's say he is trolling me, but the shit he's saying is dumb as fuck. Does that make what he's saying less dumb because he's trolling? Does that make it less ridiculous because he's trolling? if a troll says some stupid shit and then you respond to the shit and correct the shit, and what you say is intelligent and what they say is stupid, how did the troll win in that exchange? Because we give them power. How are we giving them power? How are we giving them power? How are we giving them power? You give him your attention, bro. Okay. But the attention I'm giving him is in reference to a statement he made about the topic. But let me ask you a question. When you go to a comedy show and there's a dude in the back heckling the comedian, does the comedian ignore the heckler or does he clown the heckler? In fact, how many videos do you see online where a comedian clowns a heckler? Does it get a lot of views or does it get a few views? Does it get a lot of views or does it get a few views? See, here's the thing, and anybody that's in the BINO Nation knows this. How many times have y'all seen me completely obliterate a troll? How many times have y'all seen that? Because I don't know if you noticed or not, but here's the thing. I am untrollable. The reason why trolls work is because you niggas try to ignore those motherfuckers. That's the reason why they work. When you try to ignore them. That's the reason why they flourish. Because niggas will let them troll in the chat room. They won't block them and they'll just ignore them. When trolls come in my chat room and start trolling and I start talking shit, you know what they do? They get fucking quiet. They get quiet. Do you see them? They get quiet. Or they make bullshit ass excuses like he's doing right now. I'm being blocked. No, you're not. I'm reading your message right now. Bro, I'm responding. No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to tell me what you do for a living. And you know why you're not going to tell me what you do for a living? Because you've probably never been in a position of leadership. So I find it absolutely ridiculous that you're in here telling me about the optics of two presidents of two countries having a back and forth, and you've probably never been in charge of a fucking Dairy Queen. That's what's hilarious about the shit, bro. That's what's hilarious about it. It's one of the things that is so disgusting that has happened here in America. At some point, somebody made you insignificant niggas like yourself think that you're smarter than you actually are. The optics. What about the optics, motherfucker? You still ain't gave me a substantial, an efficient explanation about the optics. All you said was, you see it, because you're dumb as shit, fam. You're stupid. The reason why you think the optics are bad is because CNN, CBS, MSNBC told your bitch ass it was bad. That's the only reason why you think it's bad. Because if you actually knew why it was bad in your own opinion, you would be able to elaborate. But you can't elaborate because you're a fucking idiot. Plain and simple. You're a moron. You're a moron. You're a dude that don't know shit about politics. You're one of these people that only started paying attention to politics because the news told you that you need to hate Trump. They tagged you in. You were somewhere playing 2K or watching Love and Hip Hop, and the media tagged you in and said, hey, we need your help hating Trump. And now all of a sudden, every last one of you niggas is civics professors, and you don't know shit about politics. You don't know a damn thing. In fact, I bet you any amount of money. I'll drop that link right now, and I bet you won't bring your bitch ass up on this panel. I guarantee you won't bring your ass up on this panel, and we can have a little debate about politics. I bet you any amount of money. Bet you any amount of money. You want me to drop the link for you? You want me to drop the link for you? Yes or no? Yes or no? I got time. Oh. Let's see. He said, and you do? Absolutely, I do. Do you want me to drop the link? Absolutely, I do. Do you want me to drop the link? Absolutely, I know what I'm talking about. Would you like me to drop the link? Say less. There go the link right there. There go the link right there. There go the link right there. While we waiting on that, let's get to this paper. Shout out to Randolph. He said rant. Shout out to 3-Man Podcast. He said, man, my president got a set of balls. I am glad to be an American now, throwing up the USA like a set. Shout out to Luke Hazley. Shout out to Coach. He said, we call it showing time. Tried to shine on him. Yeah. Shout out to Cali Bills for being a sponsor of the show.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
He said, paying my ticket to the show. Trump is that guy. Let's see. Shout out to Larica. Said they wouldn't have the same energy for Putin, though. Beaches. Well, Putin wouldn't disrespect like that. Putin wouldn't disrespect like that. And the reason why is because Putin is a gangster. And Putin knows how to respect strength. Zelensky don't know what the hell he doing. Shout out to Andrew, said they left equals soy boy beta male crap. Shout out to Treading with Charisse, said Trump stood on business for America, make America great again, BINO gang, no doubt. And by the way, he still hasn't joined the panel. He still hasn't hit that link. Shout out to Terrell, said they cut out the last part of the video after they walked off. Trump turned around and said, and brush your damn teeth. Laugh my ass off. I'm playing. Shout out to Lord Geotron. He said, big homie Angryman, did you see Stephen Miller's civics lesson towards the left wing media? It was classic and epic. Yeah, I played it. For everybody. Shout out to Black Goku Zero, says Zelensky made a mistake of thinking that Trump was like Biden. He found out real quick that he wasn't weak like Biden. Shout out to Lord Geotron. He said, thankful for the angry man chopping it up with us. Peace to the whole BINO Nation. Appreciate you, bro. Shout out to 3-Man Podcast. Said, remind you, Ukraine highest GOP ever has been $156 billion. Shout out to Bootzilla, said they set that media woman up. They knew she would ask a stupid question and they let her go first. Shout out to Casual Germ, said supporting the show, Zelensky has thanked the West and the U.S. in the past. 2 versus 1, cutting Zelensky off after every word isn't a good look. Granted, Zelensky shouldn't fed into it either, but who's been in his seat? Man, fuck Zelensky. We need to start asking y'all niggas whose side is you on, for real. Shout out to Lord Geotron, said for my mistake. Appreciate you, man. Man, fuck Zelensky. Fuck out of here. Niggas talking about something. Well, you know, cutting Zelensky off. Man, fuck him. What are you talking about? Nigga, we giving that nigga money. We giving him money. What are we talking about? Like, let's stop playing these goofy ass games, man. Yo, I don't know what's going on with America lately. Shout out to Christopher, said, couldn't imagine Obama and Biden having that energy. Trump had that Godfather energy. Facts.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
Shout out to Christopher for being a sponsor. Oh, man. Talking about he shouldn't have cut Zelensky. Man, fuck Zelensky. What are we talking about? Yo, shout out to Ron Terrio. Said, off topic, are you going to cover Kendra G interview? She embarrassed herself. Nah, I hadn't seen nothing about it. I have to look into it. Yo, I'm going to tell you the truth. A lot of you niggas that don't seem to be on the side of America, like, y'all need to get y'all's passports. Like, for real. And get up out of here, bro. Like, real talk. Like, all joking aside, shout out to Gone Postal. Shout out to Zaki. Appreciate you.
$50 boss up. Stack up and match up.
Shout out to JLJ504HD. He said, sounds like the book, Trump, The Art of the Deal. Yeah. Shout out to Quinn. He said, my president don't play. What up, AM and Bino? Shout out to Big Chris. Shout out to Frame Runner. He said, did these fools not watch the movie 300? Oh, no. The funny thing is they'll cheer for that shit. They'll cheer for that shit. You feel me? Shout out to Detroit 313, said it's ironic how these pro-blacks are behind the scenes with Ukraine Yahtzees. Shout out to Omar. Let's see. Shout out to Rel. He says, shout out to the members and the mods and to you, AM. Appreciate you. Shout out to Alex. Yeah, I don't think people understand. I don't think people understand what the term America first means. I don't think y'all understand what that means. Shout out to David, said America first to the death. Facts. Like, I don't know what's going on with y'all with this tree-hugging hippie bullshit. Did Obama really make the country that soft? Because I don't remember the country being this soft before Obama. I don't remember the country being this soft before Obama. And by the way, Global Network still ain't hit that link. He still ain't hit that link. Look at that. There's the StreamYard right there. Who's down there? Nobody but me. Nobody but me. Look at that. Look at that. Nobody but me. That's the only person that's in there. Why you ain't hit the link yet, bruh? Why you ain't hit the link yet? He said, what link? Somebody do me a favor, kick him out of here. Now you can kick him out of here. Now you can kick his ass out of here. Thanks for proving my point. Thanks for proving my point, clown. You know what? My wife hit me up today, right? When I was up early this morning running errands. Shout out to T. Martin. He said, BINO Nation, baby. Yes, sir. Appreciate you.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
So my wife hit me up early this morning when I was out running errands and shit, right? And she was telling me about Wu-Tang. You know, they going, this is supposed to be their last tour or whatever, right? And so she figured I wanted to go, right? And I told her, I said, I really don't have no desire to go. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Wu-Tang. I love Wu-Tang. But I have no desire to go. You want to know the main reason why I have no desire to go? Press 1 in the chat if you want to know why I have absolutely no desire to go. The reason why I have no desire to go is because my years of being on YouTube has created a certain disposition. Okay? My constant battles on panels with different ones has made me weary. I'm tired. Not tired of going back and forth with niggas. I'm tired of niggas, period. So as much as I would love to see Wu-Tang, I have absolutely no desire to be in a crowd filled with niggas. I just don't. I just don't. I don't. I don't. I have no freaking desire whatsoever. Niggas get on my nerves. There was a time I would have paid whatever price to get whatever VIP tickets and I would have went and had a good time or whatever. But I've had my fill of niggas. I don't want to. I would much rather go places where it's a more intimate setting, where it's a smaller group of people. You feel what I'm saying? I would rather go to something like that than to go somewhere where I know there's gonna be a bunch of niggas. Like I have absolutely no idea, man. I have absolutely no idea. Melvin said, who participated in the blackout today? Somebody do me a favor, kick Melvin out of my chat room. Kick Melvin out of the chat room. Get him up out of here. Shout out to Frame Runner. He said, this is MAGA. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have absolutely no desire whatsoever to be around a bunch of Negroes. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it, bruh. I can't do it. And then on top of that, I'll tell you something else too. And some of y'all might think that I'm tripping when I say this, right? And you know, maybe y'all could relate to this, maybe y'all can't relate to it, right? I'm getting to the point where I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird to say, right? Being the fact that I'm on YouTube and I'm, you know, the angry man, and I go out places and people spot me and speak to me the same way they spot people that are celebrities or whatever. I don't know. It feels weird to me to go to a concert and be in the audience like I don't have my own level of celebrity. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird feeling that I have now. Shout out to AMG Swift for the membership. It's a weird feeling that I have now. You know? Like I don't really have no desire to be in the damn audience. Naughty Germ said celebrities go to concerts. Not all of them. Some of them do, not all of them. Some of them do, but not all of them. And look, I'm not saying that everybody has to feel that way. I'm just saying that's how I feel for some reason. That's how I feel. Like, I just do. I just do. You know? I just feel that way. And who knows? Maybe I'm on some shit. Maybe I'm on some bullshit. Maybe I'm on some bullshit, but I'd be lying. You feel me? I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel that way. You feel me? Be Easy said, so as an OG, would you still let your wife go without you? I mean, look, I can't control her. Like she went to a Jay-Z concert without me. Her and my daughter went to a Jay-Z concert without me. So I ain't tripping. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't tripping. Shout out to, hold on, let me get my man right. Shout out to T Martin. Let me get you a big wrench. If you ain't already got one. Shout out to AMG Swift for the gifted memberships. Appreciate you. If you got one from him, thank him. But yeah, going back to this whole Zelensky thing, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous to think that Zelensky, considering how much that America has done for him and his country, it's ridiculous for him to think that he can just show up and be disrespectful and dictate how everything's supposed to go and all of that foolishness. Like, nah, bro, we not doing that. We not doing that bullshit. We not doing that bullshit at all. Shout out to DJ Yo for the membership. Look, Kev X said that idea of looking up at a stage feels off when you're a star yourself. Yeah, and you know what? That I'm not gonna front. That's an arrogant way for me to think. But you articulated it perfectly, Kev. Like I don't like. And look, I struggle with that. Shout out to Julius. Said, how much are memberships just add? You have to click on it and see, bro. Like, yeah, to me, it's like, because I'm to the point, look, I put it to you like this. And this is going to sound real arrogant. But I got to say it. I'm at the point where I feel like Wu-Tang should know who I am. I do. I'd be lying if I didn't. I'd be lying if I said I don't feel that way. That's how I feel, bruh. That's how I feel. Like, which is a crazy statement considering how popular Wu is. You feel me? But it wouldn't be the first time that somebody that was more famous than me knew who I was. So, like, I don't know. That's just the way I be feeling. That's how I be feeling. I be feeling like niggas should know who I am. You know what I'm saying? Niggas be like, damn, fam, don't you want to see Method Man? Like, nigga, I'm Angryman, nigga. The fuck? Like, for real. Let's check out this video real quick. See what Trump had to say.
Let's bring in U.S. Army Special Forces veteran Jim Hansen. Jim, it was quite a day. What's your reaction to what happened?
That was the most stunning political mistake I've seen in my lifetime. It was the equivalent of a diplomatic walking into the Oval Office, dousing himself in gasoline, and lighting a match. You know, there's a piece of advice people get that says never get high on your own supply. And I think Zelensky's been reading his own press releases and believing the hype. And he's had too many people in the Biden administration and in Europe telling him he's the greatest thing in the world as he runs around, you know, dressed up like an army man. I think he just really gave Ukraine an incredibly damaging blow.
So you wonder if he's going to be pushed aside. Maybe Ukraine sends its generals in to negotiate, because now there's no way Zelensky can move forward in negotiations. Foreign policy pros tell us. He was the U.S. ambassador, Ukraine's ambassador to the U.S. was caught on camera. Let's show it. Grimacing in shock at what Zelensky was doing. It is a brutal 3-year war. If we have the footage, look at this. You know, if you take out Trump and Vance, why did Zelensky decide to pick a public fight in front of the cameras in the Oval Office? Is he exhausted, or is he going along with the anti-Trump wing in Europe and America? You know, it's not Joe Biden reading off of note cards and index cards anymore. It's President Trump.
Now, here's the thing. The funny thing is that global guy that was just in here, he said the optics look bad. You're right. The optics look bad for Zelensky. It don't look bad for Trump. Anytime a leader has the ability to show strength with his words, that's not a bad thing. You acting like Trump punched the dude in his face. Like, the optics look bad for Zelensky because Zelensky is coming to America hat in hand begging. He's coming to America wanting help. And I don't care what nobody say. Let's talk about this from a grown man standpoint, because at the end of the day, a lot of you suffer from so much Trump derangement syndrome. It's starting to mess with your logic. It's starting to mess with your fucking common sense. You don't go to someone knowing that you need their help talking shit. That has nothing to do with being a diplomat, a president, a politician. That's just common sense. Who goes to someone that, one, you've already gotten a tremendous amount of help from, two, you still need more damn help, and then three, you're going to talk shit to that person that you got help from and you still need help from? Does that make any damn sense? Does that make any sense? It makes no sense whatsoever. And the mental gymnastics that you Trump-hating clowns go through to try to make it seem like Trump did something wrong is utterly ridiculous. It's utterly ridiculous, and your bias is showing.
Yeah, I haven't found anyone who can come up with a legitimate reason for him to do something this gobsmackingly stupid. You know, President Trump was throwing him a lifeline. This mineral deal would have put U.S. companies in Ukraine, which would essentially be better than troops. They're less threatening to Putin, but they serve the same purpose. President Trump would never allow Putin to invade and, put American companies in danger. He's throwing that out the window. I have no explanation other than he's lost his mind.
You know, Jim, Senator Lindsey Graham says Zelensky should either resign or not be in the negotiations. Let's talk about this. Polls from Quinnipiac, Marquette University, Pew Research, Ipsos show the majority of Americans demand the U.S. stop funding Ukraine. Ukraine can't win this war alone. The U.S. will not start fighting Russia, full stop. No one wants World War III. President Trump said that. The only answer right now is mark the boundaries now, stop fighting, do Trump's peace and prosperity deal. We know that Zelensky tweeted, quote, "Thank you, America," after the fight, but Trump is accusing him of pushing the world to the brink of World War III. What do you think?
Oh, now he wants to thank America. So y'all still think the optics look bad? Apparently, that verbal spanking that he got made his ass get grateful. Why else would he jump up there and tweet that? Thank you, America. Thank you for your support. Thank you for this visit. Thank you at POTUS, Congress, and the American people. Ukraine needs just and lasting peace, and we are working exactly for that. Oh, now you humble. Now you humble. Yeah, because you got humbled.
I think he absolutely has. There's no question the only person who benefited from this little tirade he threw was Vladimir Putin, who now holds the cards that Zelensky threw up in the air. It's time for him to step aside. He did a magnificent thing. He rallied the world behind Ukraine when Russia invaded, and he should get credit for that. But what he's doing now is throwing all of that away in a sad display of a lack of diplomacy and the ability to understand the people you're in the room with. The most powerful man in the world was willing to help you, and you disrespected him in front of an entire live television audience. That was crazy.
It's still a mystery. I mean, either he's exhausted, it's a brutal 3-year war, or it's just a sense of entitlement or just being rude. That's what the analysis people are telling us.
It's a sense of entitlement. And you know who created that sense of entitlement? Joe Biden. It's a sense of entitlement that was created by Joe Biden by constantly funneling money into Zelensky's hands. And then he's sitting up there saying, oh, out of the amount of money that we got, we don't know where 70 billion of it is at. And we don't even know if that's true. We don't even know if he's lying about that. That's the interesting thing about it. He's saying that a portion of the money, he never got it. We don't even know. We have absolutely no idea if he's telling the truth or not. That's the interesting thing. We don't even know if he's telling the truth. But this was ridiculous, and the way he just broke that down is 100% correct. This had to be one of the dumbest things anybody could have done. And then you got these people like, yo, I'm really starting to question, because here's the thing. I get that a lot of you don't like Trump. I get that a lot of you hate Trump, right? But here's the thing. It's getting to the point where a lot of you are just flat out anti-American. It's getting to that point. It's getting to that point. And look, I don't know if you guys have ever been part of an organization, part of a gang, or in a family dispute. You never take the side of the outsiders. You never do that. You never do that. That is the stupidest thing. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the president doing certain things, right? It is stupid. And I don't know if you noticed this or not, but for the majority of Joe Biden's presidency, I didn't really cover it. Did y'all notice that? Did y'all notice that for the majority of Joe Biden's presidency, I really didn't cover his presidency? You noticed that, right? Now, the reason why I didn't cover it is because I would have never had anything good to say about his ass. I would have never had nothing good to say about his ass. Now, when I did cover it, I'd be like, bro, what are you doing? You're not doing right by America. But you've never heard me defend another group against America. You've never heard me do that. You've never heard me do that. Ever. You feel me? I'm not going to do that. Like, that doesn't make any damn sense. Like, I'm an American. I was born in America. I live in America. How much sense would it make for me to get on my show every day and go in on America? But you got all of these people in this country. You feel me? And look, it's funny because there's a civil war going on right now. And it's a war of words, but there's a civil war going on right now in America. And it's basically anti-American Americans and pro-American Americans. That's what's going on right now. Yo, shout out to Janae. Said, you are appreciated. Appreciate you. Shout out to West Coast Creole. Said, I'm glad Trump handled his ass like that so the rest of the world can see it. Could you imagine if that was Kamala? Oh, my God. He would have got whatever he wanted. Shout out to Martin. He said, the Boondocks called silly things in our culture Negro synthesis. As you get mentally sharper, spiritually wiser, you lose the desire for such activities. It's like how testosterone wanes in your, oh Lord. It's like how testosterone wanes in your body. Shout out to 3-Man Podcast said, we're currently at Civil Strauss, one step before a civil war. Yeah, so, you know, in my humble opinion, like all of you cats that's literally anti-American, like, bruh, the amount of work, like, it's crazy because the amount of work that Trump has done for the little bit of time he's been in office has been phenomenal. The amount of work that Donald Trump has done for the little bit of time that he's been in office has been phenomenal. Phenomenal, bruh. And anybody that's pretending like they don't see it, you know, anybody that doesn't want to acknowledge it, you're pretending. I don't care who you are, you're pretending. You're pretending. Like real shit. Like, because everybody see it. Everybody see it.
So thank you very much. So I just want to say we're going down to Florida. We have a big event tomorrow night. A big MAGA event, Make America Great Again. And it's setting records, and otherwise I'd rather be right now at the White House. But we're doing the big event tomorrow night. We had some big news this week, as you know, because Apple is investing $500 billion. Think of that. And that's going to be a lot. It's going to be a tremendous investment. I guess the biggest investment anybody's ever made in the country at one time. But they're going to be investing a lot of money, $500 billion. We have many other companies have just announced they're coming in. A lot of it's because of how we're doing. We've done a great turnaround in a little more than 30 days, but the country's really doing well, really doing well. We're respected again all over the world. If you look, we had the Japanese Prime Minister. We had the Prime Minister yesterday of UK, as you know. We had the Prime Minister of India. We have another 20 prime ministers and presidents wanting to come. And it's very good feeling. I think our country has really turned around. We had a meeting today, as you know, with President Zelensky, and I would say it didn't work out exactly great from his standpoint. I think he very much overplayed his hand. We're looking for peace. We're not looking for somebody that's going to sign up a strong power and then not make peace because they feel emboldened, and that's what I saw happening. I'm looking for peace. We're not looking to go into a 10-year war and play games. We want peace. And it was just my impression that if we do that, if we sign up, he's looking for something that I'm not looking for. He's looking to go on and fight. We're looking to end the death. 2,000 people died this week, soldiers, more than that, but 2,000 approximately people died this week. Young Ukrainians and Russians. And somebody would say, why do you care about Ukraine and Russian soldiers? I care about them. I care about everybody. And we're not doing that. Now, if we don't do anything, he's going to have to make peace, but he's dealing with a very weak set of cards. If we sign, he's dealing with a very strong set of cards, and then he doesn't want to make peace. So that's where we are. It's very simple. I'm not looking to get into anything protracted. I want immediate peace. President Putin is going to want to make, and he wants to end it. And you saw what I saw today. This is a man that wants to get us signed up and keep fighting, and we're not doing that, not for this country. So we're setting a lot of records. Economically, we're setting records, and I think every way we're setting records. One of the best is the right track, wrong track. You saw that. We're on the right track for the first time in over 27 years. People are impressed with that. The other thing is the feeling about our country. The feeling is great. It's up 48% on feeling on business. And that's the record we've never had. There's never been a record where we've ever gone up that much in such a short period of time. So we're doing really well. And I guess some of you are coming with us. And if you are, I hope you're going to have a good flight. What? What does Zelensky need to do to restart talks with you? He's got to say, I want to make peace. He doesn't have to stand there and say about Putin this, Putin that, all negative things. He's got to say, I want to make peace. I don't want to fight a war any longer. His people are dying. He doesn't have the cards, just so you understand it, okay? I can tell you.
Did you tell Zelensky to leave the White House?
I don't have to tell you that. Go ahead. I think you know the answer to that. What? Wait. Look, I don't trust or distrust anybody. I just want to get a deal done. And if the deal happens, good. But you can't embolden somebody that does not have the cards, and all of a sudden that person says, oh, well, now I can keep fighting. We're not going to keep fighting. You're going to get the war done, or let them go and see what happens. Let them fight it out.
Here's my question. Why are the reporters asking him these stupid questions? And why does it seem like no one cares or gives a shit that this man is standing firm on peace? Do y'all realize right now we have a president that's telling Zelensky flat out, if you're not trying to broker a peace, I'm not dealing with you. Your people are dying. Why does it seem like Trump cares more about Zelensky's people than he cares about him? And no one in the media is praising this man for taking this position. This is how you know Trump derangement syndrome is real. I mean, really think about this for a second. He's basically saying, look, I don't want there to be an ongoing war. We need peace.
I want anybody that's going to make peace. If he's capable of making peace, which he may or may not be, but I want somebody that's going to make peace. Again, he doesn't have the cards. When we sign up, he's got all of the cards. That doesn't mean he can fight. He's got to stop the fighting, stop the death. He's losing hundreds of thousands of soldiers. It's time to stop the death. Say it.
How long do you think it will take for Zelensky to want peace, and when does that look like?
Well, he says he wants it now. He wants to come back right now, but I can't do that. I can't.
Oh, look, he want to come back right now. He want to come back to the negotiating table right now because he realized he screwed up. He realized he screwed up.
They should have an immediate ceasefire. That was the other thing. He didn't want to do about ceasefire. A ceasefire could take place immediately. A contract, if you want to end the war, you sign up an agreement. That's going to take a period of time. It takes time. I want it to end immediately. And I think if you had a ceasefire, it would be a ceasefire, a real one, that would end it. But he doesn't want to do that. That's fine. Do a better deal. I want it to end immediately. I want a ceasefire now. He says, oh, I don't want a ceasefire. Well, all of a sudden, he's a big shot because he has the U.S. on his side. Either we're going to end it or let him fight it out. And if he fights it out, it's not going to be pretty. Because without us, he doesn't win. Let me tell you. It doesn't matter what I'm considering. I'm just telling you. You saw what I saw today. That was not a man that wanted to make peace. And I'm only interested if he wants to end the bloodshed. Thank you very much, everybody.
All right.
Rocking the MAGA hat. Rocking the MAGA hat.
President Trump there kind of rehashing what we all watched in the Oval Office between he and Volodymyr Zelensky, saying that he's looking for something I'm not looking for, saying that Zelensky overplayed his hand. Now, how that works, that was replayed back. We call it tape playback by the White House press pool traveling with the president there. So that wasn't live. What is live right now, though, is Air Force One taxiing there on the tarmac to Joint Base Andrews. And Trump will be now departing for Florida. And so he kind of relitigated what was said there in his meeting with Zelensky.
This man does not sleep. Do you hear me? This man does not sleep. I swear to God, like one time, I never forget, I was on, I was in my car doing a live stream. I think I still had the Impala. So I was in the Impala, I was doing a live stream, and a young dude asked me, he said, Angryman, what keeps you motivated to grind as hard as you do? And I'm gonna tell you something right now. I try my best to go hard in the paint, but bruh, I've never seen nobody go harder in the paint than Donald Trump. Never have I've never seen a man at that age go that hard in the paint. And it lets you know why his ass is a billionaire, if you really want to be honest. I've never seen nobody go that hard in the paint, bruh. Never. That shit is crazy to me, bruh. That shit is crazy to me, fam. Like, he's ever since, the moment that man won, the moment he won the presidency, he been on go. I ain't never seen nobody with this much motion, fam. Never. Like, just non-stop on go. You feel me? The Democrats can't even keep up with him. By the time, look, every time Trump makes a move, the Democrats start complaining about it. By the time they start complaining about it, he's on his next move. Like, they can't do nothing with him, bruh. They can't do nothing with him. They can't do nothing with him. He too fast for him. See, that's that New Yorker in him. That's that New Yorker in him, man. They can't do nothing with him, bro. They can't do nothing with him. They can't do nothing. And I told everybody, I told y'all this. I said, the first time he went in there, he didn't know what he was doing. He admitted that. He had never governed. You got to keep in mind, Trump is the first dude to win the presidency that wasn't a politician, going all the way back to the founding of the damn country. Like, he never ran for any public office. He wasn't even an alderman. And he wins the presidency. And then he goes into it not knowing how. The biggest issue was he knew there was a swamp. He just didn't know how deep that shit was. He didn't know how deep it was. And he didn't know the games they were playing. But I tell you what, between his first 4 years in office and the 4 years that Biden was in office, he learned. He learned. And I told y'all, I said Trump 2.0 ain't gonna be nothing to mess with. Like, he's a dude that learns from his mistakes. He learns from his fucking mistakes. Like, bruh. And it makes sense because he's a shrewd businessman. It makes sense. But, fam, there ain't nothing they can do with him. Absolutely nothing they can do with that man. Shout out to the lowly one. He said, war is still the greatest business, right, Nelson? Steven Seagal above the law. Shout out to Mr. Lone Star, says, salute AM. Trump got his swagger back and he's not taking no for an answer. Facts. Facts. Let's see. Shout out to my man Bryant. He said, I was eager to hear your take on this topic. Appreciate you, broski.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
Yeah, so look, I'm loving it. We not even 6 months in to his 4-year term, and I'm already loving it, bro. We not even 6 months in, and it's lit. It's lit, bro. They said Trump was rude. So what? Whoever said a president had to be polite? Whoever said a president had to be polite? You know what's interesting to me? This is what the American people are used to, right? And this is what I find to be funny. The American people would rather have a politician that's like Barack Obama, an eloquent speaker that always says the right things but never does shit, instead of having a president like Trump who's a straight shooter, tells it like it is, even if he hurts feelings, but does everything. Y'all are so used to being rocked to sleep by these fucking snake-ass politicians that you can't even appreciate a man who just tells it like it is, a man that's just transparent, a man that just, look, Donald Trump is the Gary Cooper type, the John Wayne type, the Charles Bronson type. You feel me? He's not going to give eloquent speeches. He's not going to say things that make you feel warm and fuzzy inside. He's not going to do that. He's going to talk his shit and he's going to get shit done. And the only reason why nowadays y'all don't like it is because, quite frankly, the American society has been transformed into a country filled with PUSSIES. Okay? That's what's wrong. The country has become so soft and effeminate that you're offended when you witness men acting like men. That was look, let me tell you something. I wouldn't have been offended if they got to fist fighting. I wouldn't have been offended. I wouldn't have been offended. And y'all act like this ain't the first time that something like that has happened. Did you forget The dude throwing his shoes at George W. Y'all don't remember George W. standing there at the podium and the dude threw the shoes at him? Y'all don't remember that? Yo, somebody popped Ronald Reagan on camera. Ronald Reagan was talking to the press and somebody walked up and shot. Like, what are we talking about? You're offended by two grown men having a heated exchange? What the hell was you expecting between Zelensky, who's currently in a war with Putin, and Donald Trump, who just got through fighting a war against the Democrats? What do you expect him to do? Play patty cake? I can only imagine what George W. said to some of these dudes behind the scenes. I can only imagine what George Bush Sr. said to some of these folks behind the scenes. Shit, I could, yo, there's no telling what Ronald Reagan said. Ronald Reagan had a sharp-ass tongue. Ronald Reagan, look, here's the thing about Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan was a straight shooter, just like Trump. The only difference was Ronald Reagan was a more eloquent speaker. But Ronald Reagan threw all types of shade. He threw all types of shade. He cracked jokes on people, all types of shit, man. See, here's the thing, bro. We live in the information age. The clips are there. Go back and research. Go back and research. Like, this idea that they're trying to make it out to be like Trump is some horrible dude and shouldn't be president. Like, bruh, you obviously ain't paid no attention to the history of the country. One of the presidents, I can't remember which one it was. It may have been Roosevelt. I'm not sure. One of them shot a man on the White House lawn for treason. Matter of fact, let me look it up real quick. Oh, it was Thomas Jefferson. It was Thomas Jefferson. Look, they trying to say that the story, look, I just looked it up. They said, no, Thomas Jefferson did not shoot a man for treason. The story is a fabrication that originated in the movie Swordfish. Like, get out of here. Okay. Because, yeah, they would never. You know what else? I'm going to tell you something else they did, right? I'm going to tell you something else they did, too. Lyndon B. Johnson is quoted as saying that he'll have niggas voting Democrat for the next 200 years. You know, they try to say that never happened, too. You know, they try to say that never happened, right? John F. Kennedy used to play tackle football on the White House lawn. Tackle football. Like, we got to stop playing this game, man. This is a man's world. I don't care how soft this country has gotten with all of you hipster doofus latte drinking pansies, okay? The world is still a man's world outside of these borders. That's the shit you need to understand. This is still a man's world outside of these damn borders. No matter how effeminate this society has trained you to be. Okay? And the only thing standing between that man's world and the brutality of it is our elected leadership. So you best believe we need somebody up there that's going to stand 10 toes down with balls of steel and talk shit like it is and back it up. We need that. Desperately, we need that. I guarantee you this. I guarantee you that for the 4 years that Trump's in office right now, ain't gonna be no damn Chinese balloon floating over the damn country. I bet you money on that. I bet you money on that. And I guarantee you all of the damn leaders of the world, I guarantee you they getting their ducks in a row. I guarantee you they tightening up. I guarantee you there's a whole lot of tight asses right now. I guarantee you them sphincters is tightening up because they know Trump ain't playing. They thought they was going to have a field day because they thought Kamala was going to get in there. I guarantee you when they thought that there was a possibility that Kamala was going to get elected, I guarantee you all them world leaders was licking their chops. They like, oh yeah, we about to milk the American public for everything it's worth. We going to get everything we want. And then when Trump got elected, they was like, shit. Hot damn, party over. David said, make China poor again. Them niggas said, hot damn, party over. Trump back in office. Trump is back in office. We got to tighten up now. We got to tighten up now. Anyway, I've been on here long enough talking my smack. Been on here long enough talking my smack. Yo, man, shout out to everybody that came through showing love. I definitely appreciate it. Shout out to the sponsors of the show. Appreciate y'all for showing love. Real talk. Really appreciate it. Make sure you guys go check out my book, The Angryman Standard, which is available on Amazon. All you have to do is type The Angryman Standard in the Amazon search bar and it will come up. If you want to check out the merchandise, you can click the link on the screen or you can go to shopBinoNation.com. Again, that's shopBinoNation.com. But other than that, man, salute to y'all. Hey, man, if y'all not following me on X, I repost a lot of stuff on X that you really don't see anywhere else. Make sure you guys will follow me on X at Angryman Channel. You feel me? We got to build that up. But other than that, man, I appreciate you guys. Salute to everybody that hit the like button. Shout out to everybody that contributed. I'm going to get up out of here, and I'm going to holler at y'all later. Deuces.
Spartans! What is your profession?